Coming up next, Bogart as Sam Spade in The Maltese Falcon and Rick in Casablanca.
And we will be returning to this terrific retrospective of Humphrey Bogart's life and career in films. Certainly he made well over 75 films. And this program is going to bring you comments by not just Lauren Bacall, but Van Johnson, Katharine Hepburn, and many of the writers and directors that worked with Humphrey Bogart. And that's what makes this program so much better than any other program that's ever been done on Bogart. And that's in the words of Lauren Bacall herself. This is why this program was produced, because she wasn't satisfied with some of the programs that had been done previously to the one you're watching tonight on public television. We're taking this brief intermission to talk to you about quality television. Certainly great performances, bringing you another fine program for your viewing entertainment. And certainly that's why you've tuned in. We hope that you will take a moment right now to go to your phone and give us a call in support of this program and this series. We are hoping to raise over $400,000 by the end of this drive, and our total to date, as you can see, is just over $168,000. We do have a ways to go, and every dollar is putting us that much closer to our goal. Buying programs is extremely expensive, and you have to do your part. There really is no such thing as a free ride. And you can give us a call right now by dialing 895-7141, or please use the toll-free number 1-800-442-2771, and stay with us, because we're going to be talking a little bit later in this break about the Clues to the Cruise contest.
We've set a goal of 15 new members this break, and we'd like you to be the first one to join the list right now. And we can only continue to send you this quality programming if you become a part. As we've learned in the past, a very small minority of the people watching are actually members, and that just isn't right. And we don't want you to have somebody else doing your job for you and paying your way. So whatever you can give and you decide the correct amount, we'd like to hear from you tonight at West Michigan Public Television. This program is a great example of the quality programming you receive day in, day out, year in, year out from channels 35 and 52. It gives us a chance to slow down the pace and take a little bit more in-depth look at one of the great men in American film, Humphrey Bogart. And we'll get a chance to go back to the program very shortly. We interrupt very briefly and ask you to call the numbers on your screen and become a part of channels 35 and 52.
Well, as promised, it's time to talk about Clues to the Cruise. And we are offering a Caribbean cruise to some lucky viewer. There is a special clue that we would like you to watch right now. So if you don't have a pencil and a piece of paper around, grab one very quickly, because our next clue for this contest is coming up right now. Right now, in a few minutes, getting a stretch. In TV, that means that the tape probably isn't ready. Okay, let me read to you what that clue is. And I should note that at the end of the program, we will be giving you the answer to this clue. Okay, it's question number 4, and it is this. What 1948 Bogart-Bacall film is set on an island off the Florida coast? Okay, now the answer is somewhere probably in this program. Okay, we're going to be giving you that answer right after the program. Now, if you are the lucky viewer that wins this contest, let me tell you who some of your shipmates are going to be. They include Louis Rukeyser, Mark Russell, and Leo Buscaglia. Sounds like an awful lot of fun, so you'll make sure that you want to participate. There are 8 clues in all that we will be giving you throughout the drive, and all of the information, of course, is included in our Showplace magazine. Okay, you can see right on this last page here has all of the clues. It's also, I believe, been running in the newspaper. Okay, you have the clue. Think about the question and the answer, write it down, and then keep it handy. See if you're right.
It's time for the all-new Clues to the Cruise contest. Here's today's question. What 1948 Bogart-Bacall film is set on an island off the Florida coast?
Having been on a cruise, I can guarantee you'd have a good time. I don't want to give it away, but There's a song that we play on WCUZ radio that has the same title as the clue you're looking for. So there's another quick hint. It's very easy to become a member of Channels 35 and 52. There aren't very many good excuses. I can't think of too many for not becoming a member, and certainly one of them that doesn't work is it's too difficult. It doesn't take very long at all, less than a minute, and a few of you calling here now are about to find that out. What we're looking for is very simple information. We want your name and your address, whether you're a new member or a renewing member, how much you want to pledge, and how you want to go about doing that, whether it be with an installment plan or whether you want to pay cash or with a check or with a credit card. It's very easy to do. It all begins, though, with your very simple phone call to one of the numbers you see on your screen, 895-7141, toll-free, 1-800-442-2771. The call is free. We'd like you to do your part now. Thanks.
Okay, now don't forget, if you know the answer to that clue, jot it down on a postcard, because you're going to have to send us all of the answers on a postcard, you know, once you have figured out what they are, and we're going to help you do that at the end of the program. Well, I think that a good television program is reason enough to pledge. I can't think of a better argument for you to become a member. It's a quality program that you have become accustomed to, such as on Great Performances, and the phones are real quiet, and I know that there are a lot of Humphrey Bogart fans out there that appreciate this kind of program. It's kind of a trip down memory lane to the golden age of films. So many of us say often they don't make them like that anymore. Well, isn't this fun to take this nostalgia trip and remember when the Bacalls and the Bogarts of the film era back in the 40s were so terrific. Even in black and white, they were darn good films. Do you appreciate this kind of program, and would you like us to bring you more of the same kind of programming? And we can do that when you make a financial contribution. 895-7141, or use that toll-free number. Just whatever you do, give us a call and become a member at any level.
Well, maybe you're like me and there are certain things that bug you about commercial television, and one of those things is that there seems to be a certain formula set up, and all of the programs wind up looking just like each other, and they fit into these half-hour, hour slots, and they're all very, very similar, and not altogether terribly entertaining sometimes. Well, we take an extra measure of effort to put together quality programming like the show you're seeing tonight. And even though we must interrupt every once in a while, we want you to keep in mind that on commercial television, the interruptions are regular, they're hourly, and they're every day throughout the year. So we hope that you don't mind this slight inconvenience, because trust me, we do need to ask for your support now and then, and that support comes from your phone calls. The number's on your screen. Please call tonight while you're enjoying this Bogart program.
Well, we like to show our appreciation to those of you that call in to make a financial contribution, and we do that with a thank you gift. We have one at the $75 level that we are sure you're going to enjoy if you are a Bogart fan. And it's an album, and it's a complete radio program, and it's the one exactly heard on CBS October 14th, 1946. It's called The Lux Radio Theater Presents To Have and To Have Not. You may have remembered that one. It's by Ernest Hemingway, starring, of course, Humphrey Bogart and Lauren Bacall. And there is the album cover from To Have and To Have Not. That's available to those of you that pledge at the $75 level. Now, you don't have to decide whether you want the album. You don't have to decide which thank you gift you want. We only hope that you decide to become a member and become involved in your public television station. This is probably the only station that you watch that asks you what you do want to see on the airwaves. Certainly your cards and letters mean an awful lot, but obviously the phone calls that come during the membership drive is your vote for the kind of programming that you want. And the bottom line, of course, are dollars. So please go to your phone and call now.
Well, it's very, as we mentioned a moment ago, very easy to become a member. And this is one of the things. I get involved in very many things in my job for volunteer efforts, and this is one of the few things where I can leave the house and my wife doesn't mind a bit. Our family, big fans of public television in West Michigan. And one way that you can make it a little bit easier on yourself by becoming a member tonight is with a credit card. It's very easy to do. MasterCard, Visa, American Express. The plastic can pay your way to great quality public television programming throughout the rest of the year. And it's my pleasure to be here once again. By the way, for those of you we're still looking for a name for our baby. If I can throw in a short plug here, we still don't have a name. And we know that it's a girl, so how about an extra bonus when you call in your pledge, some names. It won't cost you anything extra, I trust you. So make that call now. We'd appreciate it for both those reasons, and you'll appreciate it throughout the rest of the year with great quality programming. And are we going back to the program now? All right. There, I've said it again. Let's go back to Bacall and Bogart on West Michigan Public Television, channels 35 and 52.
Food for the Channel 35-52 volunteers is being provided by Johnny Noto's Italian Ristorante located in Standale. Our thanks also to Pepsi-Cola Bottlers of Grand Rapids and Sweet Caroline's Bakery and Deli of Standale. The volunteers answering the pledge drive phones are from Sigma Phi Epsilon. You are watching the Spring Membership Drive on West Michigan Public Television. To mail in a pledge, please send it to WGVU WGVK, Grand Valley State University, Allendale, Michigan 49401. And thank you.